everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'll be going through PSLE 2024 question number 38. So we've got Maria set out a circuit in a toy boat as shown. The metal contact A and B touches the magnet but are not fixed to it. The magnet is resting on a wooden support in this case. Okay, so and you see the whole diagram, it seems very complicated, but let us focus more on the circuit. You have a battery, you have switch, you have fixed iron cylinder with coil around it, you have wooden support, you have metal contact, and you have a wire over here, and as well as metal contact A. Okay, so these are a few things that you need to take note, especially the labels in the diagram. They are there for you to use it, so to be able to allow you to construct your own explanation. So this part is actually quite important. Okay, so in this case, when Maria closed the switch, the plastic captain move up and down. So it will move up and down continuously. Explain why the captain move up and down. So in this case, don't forget to include the word or include captain in your answer, because most of the time some students may just continue to write the electromagnet repel, then they forget about the captain. Okay, so the captain is quite important, okay, in your answer. So let's take a look. Let's trace it out, the circuit. So when the circuit is closed, right, the electricity will flow through here. Okay, flow through here, right? Then this part, okay, you can see this is the entire closed circuit. This is what is happening when the electricity is flowing. So in this part, we can I'll just go through a few pointers. So number one. So number one over here, switch close. It is a closed circuit. Okay, so when it's closed circuit, right? So this part, number 3, will become fixed iron metal cylinder. There's wire flowing. There's electricity flowing through around the coils. It will become an electromagnet. Okay, and on the side track, this is the magnet is a conductor of electricity, so it will allow electricity to flow through. Okay, it will allow electricity flow through on this part, but this part don't really need to mention. So when number 3, then when the fixed iron cylinder become electromagnet, right, it will start to repel. Okay, this portion. Okay, repel. That's why this plastic captain can move out, right? So it will repel. So this part over here. Number 4, there are light poles. So then they repel. Okay, then the magnet will move upwards. The magnet with the captain will move upwards. So move upwards. Okay, so when this captain move upwards, so let me show it to you. When this captain move upwards, okay, on this portion, okay, I can't really do this. Okay, when this captain move upwards, right, this whole magnet, right, it's around here. This whole magnet is around here. Then you notice that there is a gap. There's a gap. Okay, over here. So let me use the blue color to show this part. Okay, so there is after the captain move upwards, there will be a gap. So a gap, it means that it is a open circuit. Okay, open circuit. Then you go back to this part. Open circuit. What will happen to the electromagnet? The electromagnet number 7 will lose its magnetism. Okay, when it loses its magnetism, it will just become an magnetic material. So the magnet itself will start to move downwards. So the magnet, which is number, okay, this part, number 8. Okay, the magnet together with the captain will move downwards. Okay, when a magnet and a captain move downward, right, it will close back this gap. Okay, so this part, okay, let me show you. Number 9, it will close gap between B, metal contact B, and magnet. then it will become a closed circuit again. So when it closed circuit again, then the whole thing repeat from 1 to 10 again. So these are some numbers that you can use it, so that when you're writing, right, there is some flow to it. Okay, on this part, this is still a relatively quite alright question, because it does not involve spring, so it's not so complicated in this case. So let me show you on this part how I can write this part. So usually every year PSLE question, right, usually every year there is this very long question you answer, but it only just worth 2 marks. Okay, and this is one of the kind. So it has been happening from since 2019 onwards. A lot of this kind of questions come out, okay, when it involves circuit electromagnet. Okay, sometimes they will put spring in as well. So let me show you this part. Okay, when the switch is closed, a closed circuit is formed. Okay, so a closed circuit must be mentioned, or you can say electricity flow through it is also fine. Okay, so these two are interchangeable. The one, that means we either write closed circuit or electricity flow through. Okay, so then the fixed iron cylinder become electromagnet. So I use entirely the phrase. I don't cut short it. I just say the fixed iron cylinder become electromagnet. Okay, so this part is quite crucial. So when it become electromagnet, the next part, electromagnet repel the magnet as their light poles are facing each other. Okay, push the captain upwards. Okay, the gap is formed between the magnet and metal contact B, create open circuit, or electricity can no longer flow through. Either way is fine. As a result, the fixed iron metal cylinder is demagnetized, no longer an electromagnet, is also fine, and no longer repel the magnet. So the captain moves downwards, causing the magnet to touch metal contact B, which closes the circuit again. Then you can add on the cycle. This cycle then repeats, or the cycle repeats itself. Okay, this will be more or less good enough, okay, to get that full 2 marks on this part of answer. So these are the main key points. Okay, this part you really need to write a lot. But before you go through the writing part, right, try to analyze the whole diagram first. Trace first, put numbers if necessary. Then when you're writing, follow through the numbers. Okay, so and don't forget about the main question. If the question asks you about captain, then in some way your answer need to include the word captain. Okay, captain move up and down. Okay, this is where a lot of students forget. Okay, they will happily write the electromagnet repel, then move down, then they totally forget about the captain. Okay, so the captain must be mentioned. Okay, because it's part of the question here. Okay, on this portion, this is what I foresee that students would write when they are encountering this question, because it's indeed a very long question. It's very easy for you to get lost in between. Okay, so you can take a screenshot over here and take down this. So I list out the answers in point form. Okay, so next, Maria play with the toy for a few hours. Okay, play for a few hours, right? And then the captain moves slower than before. That means when he moves up and down, it becomes slower. State another changes to the movement of the captain. So other than moving slower, right, what will happen to the captain? One way to know is that the captain maybe originally moved to this height. Okay, maybe let's call it H1. So after some time, right, maybe the captain will only move to this height. Let's call it H2. Okay, H2. So do you realize the height become lower? The height indeed become lower, right? So in this case, right, this is because, right, the battery, right, the energy inside it, right, is finite. It's not infinite. That means it will after some time, right, the battery the power will be used up in this case, right, or be converted in other forms as well. So over time there will become less of the CP inside, chemical potential energy, then convert into less electrical energy. So less electrical energy, then there will be less electricity flowing through, right? Less electricity flowing through, the electromagnet will become weaker. Okay, weaker electromagnet, then what will happen? It will repel less. Okay, weaker electromagnet will repel less. So let me put this way, the blue color. Okay, less CPE convert into less electrical energy. Less electrical energy cause the electromagnet to become weaker. They repel less, so the captain the captain will move upwards less as well. So, or it will reach to a lower height as compared to before. Okay, so these are the main ideas. So this question, it really links to energy conversion. Okay, so in this case, okay, so let me show you on this part this how to answer this. So another changes will be the captain move up to a lower height than before. Okay, that means in this case it will reach to a lower maximum height. So you can use energy conversion. So you can talk about before that what happened. Okay, before that, some of the chemical potential energy in a battery is converted to electrical energy in a wire. Some of them, right? So over time, the weaker battery possess less chemical potential energy, is converted into less electrical energy. So this causes the fixed ion cylinder to become a weaker electromagnet because there's less electricity flowing through. Okay, which repel the magnet with less force, causing the captain to reach a lower height. So these are the main key ideas behind. So you still need to link your answer to the captain. Okay, so let me show you on this part the main idea. Some CPE in the battery is converted to electrical. So over time, weaker batteries possess less CPE, converted less electrical energy. Fixed ion cylinder become a weaker electromagnet, repel the magnet with less force or repel less, causing the magnet to reach a lower the captain to reach a lower height on this part. So the when you're okay, another thing that we're writing, right, you can just write potential energy is good enough. Okay, you can leave out chemical, but chemical will be more accurate in this case. Okay, so this is a long question. Okay, so let me just zoom it out so that you have a clearer idea on this portion. So okay, with that will be the end of this question. Thank you very much.